again, good afternoon. And on behalf of the Marion Women's Club Board of Directors and members, I would like to welcome you and thank you for helping us make history. I'm Valerie Wigton, president of the Marion Women's Club and Home. Our organization is said to be the oldest continuously operating nonprofit women's organization in Marion County, tracing our roots back to 1895. For 130 consecutive years, club women have worked tirelessly to make a difference, make an impact, and make Marion a better place to live, work, and play. Our story continues to unfold as we celebrate the grand opening, a complete transformation of the original carriage house built here in 1903 behind the iconic historic home built by Ida and Shock Barlow, and now becoming the new Women's History Resource Center. As we begin our celebration, I'd like to invite you to please stand as you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mary Ellen Withrow.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mary Ellen, and you may be seated. We're honored and thankful to have with us today several elected officials. And as I mention your name, will you please stand or wave? Of course, Mary Ellen Withrow, the 40th Treasurer of the United States of America and a proud Women's Club member. Marion County Commissioners Mark Davis and Kevin Davidson. Marion Family Court Judge Rhonda Burgraff. I haven't seen her. There she is. Another proud Women's Club member. I don't know if Joanne Casotis made it. Joanne Casotis, Marion County Auditor, and another Women's Club member. And Victoria Kimmel, President of the Pleasant Local School Board of Education and also a Women's Club member. I don't see Vicki quite yet. All right. Did we miss any of our elected officials? If you would, please wave or stand. Okay, thank you. Put this back in here. I'll just hold it. Okay. Well, what a day it is. Under these majestic oak trees on a beautiful fall day, a little breezy, but I'm wondering, what would Ida and Shock Barlow think of today? Better yet, what would the thousands of past Marion Club women think of our gathering? Women who worked, and I quote, for the betterment of Marion. I think they'd say, carry on. Carry on, faithful and loyal club women who sincerely care about the Marion community. Carry on by telling the rich stories of local women's contributions, because learning from history, or shall I say, herstory, you get it? Thank you. Learning from history is how we grow, how we become better people, how we make better decisions and make a real difference. When Marion Women's Club members discovered dozens of shoe boxes, hat boxes, scrapbooks, old tintype photographs, handwritten notes, meeting minutes, letters, and receipts strewn in closets in the Barlow home, we knew we had discovered a gem, thousands of them. Did you know the Marion Women's Club is one of the only surviving women's clubs in the nation that still retains not only its original clubhouse, but all of its records since its beginning in 1895 and stored here on site. We are so grateful to the club women over the years who had the tenacity and foresight to save those precious records. They are telling the story of how they helped to make Marion the strong town it is today. From our origins as a book club, we have always supported education. In 1904, club women rallied together to demand the construction of Marion's first public library, which is now the home of the Exploratorium. It's no surprise that one of Marion's well-known and beloved teachers, Abigail Harding Lewis, sister of President Warren G. Harding, was an active Marion Women's Club member, as were many of her educational colleagues. Club women were Marion's earliest promoters of the fine arts, starting with a club-sponsored art show and free public art exhibit in 1902. In 1911, the first women elected to the Marion School Board and to the Library Board before they could even vote in a national election were Marion Club women members. This led many to support the right for women to vote nationally, a right won in 1920. Club women were also leaders in protecting public health. In 1914, the Women's Club hired the county's first public health nurse and even bought her a Ford coupe. Seriously, we have the records. Bought her a Ford coupe so she could go out in the county and care for our residents. In 1920, club women, of course, opened the first health clinic in downtown Marion. And when Marion's General Hospital, the new one, needed champions and fundraisers in the 1950s, it was club women who took it upon themselves to begin fundraising, helping to make it a reality. The stories go on and on and on. But let's fast forward to 2025. Our club's current connection with The Ohio State University at Marion reflects this long legacy of promoting public education and a focus on youth and mentoring. We were thrilled earlier this year to receive a Program of Excellence Award by the Ohio State University for Women's Club member and Professor Margaret Sumner's work with students and her course titled Busy, Brilliant, and Bossy, Discovering Histories of American Women's Community Activism. I finally have an excuse to be bossy. I try not to be too often. In this class, Ohio State students, some of whom you'll meet today in the Resource Center, explore our archives, discovering historical legacies and the impact of women's organizations and civic engagement. Be sure to meet them inside. The stories they've uncovered are amazing. Which brings us to today. To share our story from a rundown, dilapidated carriage house to a climate-controlled research facility and the permanent home of our precious archives, you'll hear from 3 current club women who share the passion and vision found in the hearts of all club women before us. We begin with Cheryl Herr and The Dream.
All right. Well, I am so excited every one of you is here today. It is okay. It is a momentous day, and we're so honored that you're here, and I'm honored to have this time with you. Today, I couldn't help but reflect on the beautiful song from The Sound of Music. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow until you find your dream. For those last 130 years, Valerie referenced, the Women's Club has been climbing mountains, fording streams, and chasing rainbows. I'll tell you about a few of those experiences. Ida was, Mrs. Barlow, was the founder of our Marion Women's Club. She started with a book club, and they were meeting all around town. And then after she and Mr. Barlow built the home, she started sharing it with all the club women. The club continued to grow, and at one time, last century, it was up to 31 different clubs or interest groups with over 1,000 members. It was really flourishing, and it was those busy, brilliant, and bossy women. Well, all that changed mid last century. Things changed for women. They were in the workforce. They were taking care of their families, and that didn't leave much time for club work. Well, fortunately, in 2014 and 2015, our beloved Lynette Davis came to this place for an art group. Well, she was hearing these elderly women talking about their great despair because they could no longer take care of the home. They didn't get any endowment, even though they were given the home, and they didn't know what to do. So Lynette, being a resourceful person, started recruiting people to come on board to save the property. Lynette, thank you for including me in that. It was a Yes, thank you. It was a great group of women. Some were interested in history. Some helped us immensely with property and maintenance. Some were administrative minded. And some of them, like Lynette, were really astute about finance. So things were stabilized and things really began to happen. An annual gala fundraiser was instituted and our donor base was stabilized. Several projects then were undertaken with donations from the donors as well as grants, like paving the gravel parking lot and creating a handicap accessible entry into the auditorium, refurbishing and restoring the front porch, which had broken balusters, with updating the auditorium, and critically getting grants and money to restore and change the heating and cooling system in the auditorium and the home. And then when you go inside, you'll see this beautiful entry that was created from the auditorium into the home. And I could go on, but I guess there's a time limit. Okay, critical needs, those were the critical needs that were recognized. But the other serendipity that occurred was discovering Margaret Sumner at the Ohio State University of Marion. And Valerie, yay, Margaret. Well, and coincidentally or not, but to our good fortune, she happened to be married to an architectural historian who did facilitated us being on the National Park Service National Register of Historic Places and be placed on the remarkable Ohio marker program. But she had one more nougat at the end of her rainbow, not only Roy, but she also had Kylie Cunningham. Kylie was one of her students, and when she graduated from the Ohio State University, she went on to Kent State and received her master's degree and came back to town. She's the only professional archivist in our whole city. And she, between Margaret and Kylie, we really learned what a treasure we had in the archives. We sensed it, but we didn't know it. They validated all that. And we've seen the program, as Valerie described, continue to develop. But then it could be ignored no longer. The carriage house was in grave disrepair and demanded attention. Oh, leaking plumbing, a leaky roof, problems with heating and cooling, termite damage, and I could go on, but I would let other people tell that story. They know it even better. So we decided that we needed a vision for the carriage house, knowing that that second floor certainly would be ideal for the archives and for the OSU's Learning Lab. So in 2019, the dream for the restoration began. And now Nancy gets to tell you what happened next. A dream that has come true.
Let's see if I can move this up a little. There we go. Thank you so much for coming today. It is just such a thrill to be here, and I am honored as a past president of the Marion Women's Club and current treasurer to share with you today. You know, it seems like time flies when you're having fun, right? When I thought about this process when it started, at least 6 years ago, does it seem like that, Lynette, that it's been 6 years? It seems like it's flown by so quickly. Lynette is not only a financial saver of the club, but she's a skilled artist, and I hope you'll have time to go into the Women's History Resource Center because we have one of her beautiful paintings on the wall. But she also knows how to do CAD drawing. So in 2019, she gives us this CAD drawing of a vision that we had talked about. And suddenly we saw it coming real. And then she's like, oh, you know, my husband's got some deconstruction skills. And so he took down a wall. And then we saw this is really starting to happen. Oh, what are we going to do for funding this project of our dream? So we had to just start thinking creatively. How can we raise some funds? Well, you know, I kind of feel like the alignment of the stars has been evident through every step of this process. Along with the great guidance and direction from our state representative, Tracy Richardson, we were able to successfully write a proposal to the state of Ohio for funds for the 22-24 budget cycle. And when we went into more writing mode for looking for more grants and more money because we needed to meet these matching funds that we didn't have. Well, yep, success happened again. Woo. We searched for money and we were lucky, deserving maybe, to receive funds from the Marion Community Foundation, from the Regional Planning Community Development Block Grant Program, and from the Marion County Commissioners' ARPA funds. So by the fall of 23 now, we were really on a roll. And we had our architect, Paul Omnis. Our CSI company was awarded the contract for work, and that began in December. So the phase 1 construction was completed the following May. But you see, the project was only about 50% complete because we hadn't received all the funds we needed for the restoration. So now what do? We're halfway there. So knowing it would take additional funds again, we go to our friend and guidance. We go back to Representative Tracy Richardson, who guides us again through the process of applying for a grant from the state of Ohio. And this time, we received Strategic Community Investment Fund dollars with support through State Senator Bill Reinecke. So you see, the stars really just kept appearing for us. The final restoration began last fall, and it was just completed earlier this month. And there you can witness that's what we have. You know, teamwork really does make the dream work. We can't begin to express our gratitude to all the local and state officials that have helped us every step of the way. We so appreciated your interest, your support, your guidance provided to the Marion Women's Club to help us achieve this milestone in our history. And, you know, we're all making history for Marion County. Not only were we recipients of grants in this community and in the state, but the community of Marion has stepped up to endorse and approve what we're doing to preserve history here in Marion. We've had generous donations. You've supported our fundraiser with our annual gala, and so you are a part of this celebration with us, and I'm so thankful. With tenacity, dreams do come true. We're convinced that the Marion History Resource Center and all those undiscovered stories that we're going to find in our archives are going to be the inspiration for the next generation to make their dreams come true also. So what's next? Well, Kylie Cunningham, that you already heard a little about, is our archivist. She's going to be sharing with you some of the dreams for the future.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay. Hi everyone. This is I can hear the echo. It's crazy. But I have a thing written out, but I just wanted to say it's really crazy that we're at this point. We have this new building, and I've been working a couple days in the new archives, and it's just really great, and it's just weird to have everything in this one building, and it's really awesome. So I wanted to say thank you everyone for coming, and thanks to the Women's Club for taking that chance, I guess. I started here in 2020, so I've been here for 5 years now. So it's pretty crazy. I've been here this whole ride of building this or restoring this building. So anyways, so I just want to say thank you. As the archivist for the Marion Women's Club and Home, it's both an honor and a joy to care for the records in the history of our organization, records that reach all the way back to 1895, as Valerie talked about, when the Marion County Federation of Women's Clubs first began their work to strengthen, enrich, and uplift this community. Today, our story takes an exciting new page. Am I talking close enough? Okay. After much effort and dedication, the historic carriage house on our property has been restored and transformed into the Women's History Resource Center. This center is more than just a building. It's a promise to the future. Inside, we are creating a safe, climate-controlled home for our archives, where the voices and work of generations of Marion women will be preserved for years to come. Each spring, students from Ohio State University of Marion, with Margaret, use our collections for their history course. Busy, Brilliant, Bossy Women. They come here and they dive into the primary sources that bring the past to life. Now, with the Women's History Resource Center, we will be able to welcome even more researchers, students, and community members, giving them access to stories that shaped Marion, Ohio, and the nation, and that continue to shape us today. Looking ahead, our vision is to remain an open, vibrant resource for the community, a place where history is not just kept but shared, where young people can discover their roots, scholars can uncover hidden stories, and all of us can learn from the strength and creativity and determination of the women who came before us. The Marion Women's Club and Home has always been about more than just one moment in time. It's about building bridges across generations. With the Women's History Resource Center, we ensure that our past will not only be preserved, but will continue to inspire the future. And that's it.
Thank you, Cheryl, Nancy, and Kylie, for taking us on that exciting journey. As you heard, two women, of course, women, have been at the forefront of making the Women's History Resource Center a reality. First and foremost, Mary Ellen Withrow, the only person, male or female, to ever hold the office of treasurer at all three levels of government. Marion County Treasurer, Treasurer of the State of Ohio, and the 40th Treasurer of the United States of America. Of course, Mary Ellen is a longtime Marion Women's Club member who has made history in her own right. Mary Ellen first came to the Marion Women's Club home at the age of 12. And if I'm right, that'd be 83 years ago, Mary Ellen, as she just celebrated her 95th birthday. You'll recall we were a champion for the arts. Mary Ellen is also a wonderful artist, if you don't know that already. She was active in the Junior Women's Club, and I hear there are stories that she was known to play a few tricks on the older women's club members. She'll have to tell us about that. But in all seriousness, Mary Ellen is a true friend, a trailblazer for women's rights. She continues to be active in our club and a mentor to many. Mary Ellen, when you go inside the Women's History Resource Center, you'll see your picture enshrined as a testament to your care and support of the Marion Women's Club and the Marion community where she was born and raised, and where she returned to after her retirement. We are honored to count you, Mary Ellen, not only as a longtime member, but as a champion for women's rights, working to empower women in so many ways. And at this time, Mary Ellen, we'd like to present you with a certificate of appreciation for your role in making history for our club. Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen, would you like to say a few words? She asked me to hold the microphone for her, so here we go.
I'm all bundled up.
Yes.
Well, I've had a lot of happy memories from this place. As she told you, it started when I was 12 years old, when I came here to take part in Junior Lecture Recital Club. And then when I was married, I became a member of the Junior Federated Women. And we had many friends from my class in Harding, and we had such a good time. And then I was president in 1968 with that organization. And then time goes on, and I go to Washington, and I came back and went to the Women's Club meeting, and there were only 6 members. And I thought, my goodness, what has happened here? And then Sherry Herr became president, and she organized everything, and everything started to move forward. And it's been moving forward ever since, with all the other presidents and their hard work and everything that's taken place here. And I am so very grateful for what has happened to this home that now is really history for Marion.
Thank you, Mary Ellen, for your leadership, your guidance and involvement and support of the Marion Women's Club and our new Women's History Resource Center. Now I'd like to ask State Representative Tracy Richardson to join me at the podium. As you heard earlier, Tracy, you stood side by side with us on our journey, providing guidance, direction, and encouragement, transforming the Carriage House into the Women's History Resource Center. As you heard earlier, Representative Richardson played a key role in assisting our club in securing state funds to help transform this building into the permanent home for our archives. We want to present you, Tracy, with a similar certificate of appreciation for all of your work. Yes, you did. Yes, we did. Tracy, would you like to say a few words?
I would love to, just real quickly. Thank you. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. I first of all, I want to say thanks for your understanding. I came bolting up here late from the State House, but I'm here because there is nowhere I would rather be today than right here in Marion with this dedication. It's incredible. Because these ladies came to me about 5 years ago with a beautiful vision. They wanted something that would last longer than any one of us here today, that would capture the history of what women have done here within the community and would carry forth that history into the future. And I thought, that's incredible. So they sat down with me and they said, Tracy, we don't know what to do, but we're willing to do what it takes. And let me tell you something. They have done what it takes. So I would love it if you would give a round of applause for this team. Incredible, ladies. Cheryl, Nancy, Valerie, unbelievable. These ladies do not tire. They are such a representation of what Marion women are all about. And so with that, I would love to just make this a special official day. Maybe this will become part of our archives in the future. It is an accommodation from the Ohio State House. It's requested by me, and I'd like to just read real quickly a part of the paragraph. It says, the time, energy, and planning that have been invested in the opening of the Women's History Resource Center can be attributed to a host of remarkable individuals. And the people involved with this endeavor's inception are to be applauded for their praiseworthy vision. And that includes all of you. Housing historical accounts tracing the impact of local women over the course of this organization's 130 years of existence, this center has established itself as one of the most complete collections of records detailing women's civic involvement in our nation. And I couldn't be more excited for all of us. $335,000 from the state of Ohio to make it happen. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations, dear friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much, Tracy. And I would like to point out that Senator Bill Reinecke, who also helped us secure state funding, could not be with us today, but he did send a commendation similar to the one that Representative Richardson brought, and it is placed inside the Resource Center. Now, just before our ribbon cutting ceremony, I would like to draw your attention to the inside left page of your program, to our list of donors and friends, key individuals who helped make today possible. There are so many people who played a key role with us, we could not list everyone, but we do extend our sincere gratitude to these individuals for their help and support to make this dream come true. And for everyone else here today, know that you will be a part of our archive collection, forever preserved and revered. Thank you. So now it's time to make it official. Will the ambassadors from the Marion Area Chamber of Commerce and the Marion Women's Club Board of Directors members please now come forward for our ribbon cutting ceremony, which will take place in front of the Carriage House. While they make their way for the ribbon cutting ceremony, I would ask those of you who are able to please stay for just a few minutes while we do the official ceremony. Thank you very much. Just pass the microphone. Come right up here, ladies.
Well, two.
I was gonna say, who's the other person?
I'm just Marion.
Go ahead, ladies. Get started.
Okay, it is our honor on behalf of the Marion Area Chamber of Commerce to present this plaque in celebration of your ribbon cutting and the revitalization of the Women's History Resource Center. Congratulations. Oh, that says Ambassador 1. Well, I guess wait, I'm not done. That wasn't it. There's 1 and then 2. Okay, I thought that sounded weird. Let's start over. On behalf of the Marion Area Chamber of Commerce, we would like to congratulate you on the revitalization of the Carriage House, Women's History Resource Center. This beautiful space not only shares the rich history of the Barlow estate, but also honors the incredible legacy of local women who have worked together to make a lasting impact on our community.
Through your mission-based programs, you are continuing to empower women, enrich the community, and ensure the preservation of this historic home for generations to come. We are proud to recognize your efforts and celebrate this important milestone with you today. Congratulations.
Well, now we're going to end with what I started with and say it's our honor on behalf of the Marion Area Chamber of Commerce to present this plaque in celebration of your ribbon cutting and the revitalization of the Women's History Resource Center. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'll just hold it. Boy, thank you so very much, Chamber ambassadors, Chamber of Commerce. And I just can't help but think about the many, many, many volunteer hours that were put into this project, years and years of planning. We are really writing the next chapter of our story, but it's not over. We have more good news. Today we unveil our new club logo, the new symbol of our glorious past and our exciting future. Ladies, will you please unveil the logo at this time? Earlier this year, our club conducted a logo contest with close to 100 entries arriving from all over the United States and 3 countries outside of the U.S. 3 local judges, 2 of whom are here today, Diane Watson, Ellen Messenger, Steve Bodicher, who together have over 100 years of combined professional marketing and design experience, selected this image to best represent our club. The winning logo was designed by 29-year-old Atlanta resident Jason Coldren, a graduate of the Savannah College of Art and Design, and a fan of Marion after spending many summers visiting his late grandparents' farm in Caledonia. He is certain they would be proud of him, as are we. And be sure to pick up a little notepad featuring our new logo before you leave today. So, following our official toast, watch out, yeah. Way to go, ladies. Before we conclude, I'd like to invite you to join us for a glass of champagne, a chocolate-covered strawberry, a cookie from L&P Cakes and Cookies, as well as tours of our new Women's History Resource Center, the auditorium, and the historic Barlow home. And here's my imaginary glass. Here's to the past, the present, and most importantly, the future, as we continue to make history, writing our story for generations to come. And with that, I declare the Women's History Resource Center to be officially dedicated. We hope the stories forever recorded here will be an inspiration to today's women and future generations. And all I can say is, carry on. Thank you very much, everyone. I know it was chilly out here, but please come on up. Let's toast. And please come through the resource center and the home and the auditorium and enjoy some snacks. We really appreciate you coming today. Thanks so much.